Hello, everyone. It's Adam here. Okay, so I'm not going to do a riding video showing you just how narrow the stock mirrors are on pretty much all the R18s. And I say narrow, I'm talking about field of view. So when you're sitting here and you're looking straight on into your mirrors, left shoulder, right shoulder, you don't see the car next to you. Well, I mean, there's going to be blind spots. There's nobody to get rid of all blind spots except for like some kind of a camera system. But you get my point. You can't see to your left or your right. And so this has been bothering me for a while, actually. It's so bad. I mean, really, all I can see is the car that's about 25 feet behind me to the left and directly behind me. And so it's a pretty big shoulder check I have to keep doing. And the more gear I wear, the more suited up I get, the harder it gets to do that. So I posted on the R18 forums, is there some way to get this angle a little wider? And someone linked me to these. Of course, they're on Amazon, 100 millimeter focal length, 2.5 millimeter thick, 4 inches diameter. So I'll link these below if they work, but you'll notice on this mirror that there's not really, any way to get at this. Okay, well, where do I go? We can do a little twisty here, but to not really much effect here. There's not much you can really get at there. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply heat to this, their heat gun. Now, there's not really much damage you can do here. There's not much plastic in there. It's just some glass, and it's all adhesed on. So you just take your heat gun, and you just start applying heat, nice circular motions. Don't touch directly. You don't want to break the glass. But just do this, and I would say even like 4 to 6 inches apart. Make sure you're not heating up your controls or any of the plastic pieces here. You want to only apply heat right there. And do this for a couple of minutes. Just really make sure all that adhesive that's behind there has been freed up. You know, if you think you've done enough, go a little further. Remember, you got plastic back here too, so occasionally put your hand on that and make sure you're not getting any heat on that plastic either. You don't want to melt your plastic bits. That's no good. So after a couple minutes of this, I'm going to take a very thin wedge and pry that glass off. If you get any resistance at all, stop and apply more heat. It should come off pretty well. You don't want to apply so much resistance that, or so much force that you end up cracking this glass, because then you just got a mess on your hands. So take your time and we'll see how it goes. Once the back of this mirror is really hot to the touch, the whole diameter should be about the same temperature. You can put a little small screw in here, press up, and see, it's starting to come loose. And I'm going to stop taking this off so I can actually do this with 2 hands without breaking the mirror. That was crazy hot. So now you see how this is all held together. So what BMW is doing to install this is they're putting a nut right here. It's hot. Putting a nut right here, and they're putting this plastic backing here. And then for a spacer, they've got some glue in here holding the spacer in. That glue is going to be super hot and sticky right now. You don't want to disrupt that. We're going to keep that just where it is. But now you have your piece of mirror off. So that's the whole thing. And this is pretty much hot the whole way around. So, which is actually a good time to reinstall the new mirror because it will adhese really, really nice. And then you can wait for it to cool down before you go for a ride. Let's give that a shot. Now I just test fit this, but look at that. Look how wide that angle is. I'm only doing the left one, by the way, just so you know. That's the one I need to be able to see to pass people and to go around people. I'm usually in the travel lane on the interstate, so I needed a wide angle for my left side. But you can see the difference here, I think, on both of them. Well, kind of. Well, there's me there, right? But you can still see me over here, kind of. But look how much wider that angle is. See how small the phone is in that one versus this one? Super wide. So it's gonna take a little getting used to. So obviously be glad that you didn't damage the OEM mirror, because you can always, still hot. You can always put this back on if you need to. There's your adhesive right there. Ow, very, very, very hot. Ow. So we have this material here, double-sided tape. It's actually a little overkill for this application, but safety first. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna take it right to the mirror and just pop that right in there and then hold it still for a bit with both hands. Okay, back on the bike. So like I said, we're only doing one of these for now because I think that 2 might be overkill. My biggest thing is just making sure I can pass someone without an issue. So you look here, this is my chest and my stomach. And if you look to your left, you've got a view of that wall all the way over there. Look how long my arm is. There you go, there's that. But the wall over there, the treadmill, and the Husky 701 is back there. So the lawnmower is directly behind me, so I can still see that. And well, look how wide the phone is. All right, so now we'll go to the right side. This is the OEM. So I've got just the Husky. That's it, nothing else. So there's the lawnmower there. And you can see the phone. So, I mean, look at that side by side. Huge difference in the width. Yeah, I think one is good for now. Now I know what to buy. I can assess a second one. I also want to make sure this thing lasts for a few weeks sitting out in the hot sun. So when I park it in, in front of a biker bar, of course, where I hang out all the time, I will, let it sit on the sun, let it get all nice and hot. If it falls out on the way home, well, then I know it was a piece of crap. But for now, it works, it fits, and, super, super sticky. I will say, use almost as much strength. I have farmer hands. Use as much strength as you want on this. Just don't push on one side. I push with both sides of my thumb, the whole meat and the bone, and then kind of went on a circular rotation around it 3 or 4 times. I spent about a minute squeezing it until my hands were sore before I gave up, and it's probably good. I think it's in there pretty well now. That was the 20-pound tape, and I used 8 pieces. So it should hold. We'll see. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy, and I hope this was helpful. I'll link below to the link to buy this. All right, bye.